You're doing everything out of love. You hover close at the playground because you want her to be safe. You rush in when he cries because you hate to see him struggle. You mention, just once, how much you'll miss her on her first day. These feel like the right things, and that's exactly what makes this so hard to hear. Because a specific chain of research shows these habits, ordinary, loving, quietly repeated, are measurably linked to worse anxiety outcomes in toddlers by ages 2 and 3. Today, I want to walk you through 5 of those habits, show you the mechanism behind each one, and give you a single swap for every single one, so you leave here with something you can actually use tonight. 5 habits. Real science. Let's get into it. Here is the foundation. Everything else stands on. Researchers tracking mothers and their children across the first 2 to 3 years of life found a direct causal chain. A mother's own separation anxiety during her child's first year predicted a measurable slide into overprotective parenting. Excessive monitoring, constant vigilance, not allowing age-appropriate independence. And that overprotection then directly predicted worse socioemotional functioning in the child by ages 2 and 3. We're talking increased behavior problems, more internalizing symptoms, the kind of quiet suffering that doesn't always announce itself loudly. This wasn't a small study or a one-time snapshot. It was a longitudinal cohort study, meaning the same families were followed across time, so researchers could see the sequence, not just a correlation. The mechanism is the key word here. Overprotective behavior is the bridge between a mother's worry and her child's outcomes. That means the habits themselves are the lever, which is actually good news, because habits can change. First, hovering at the playground. When you station yourself 2 feet away, ready to catch every stumble, you are communicating something your child didn't ask you to say out loud. This is dangerous, and you cannot handle it. The research shows that excessive monitoring, being physically present in a way that signals threat, is one of the core markers of overprotective parenting in the chain from maternal anxiety to child behavior problems. Your child's nervous system reads your body, not your intentions. The swap: sit on the bench, watch from there. Let her fall once. She will be fine, and her nervous system will log that as evidence she can manage. Second, rushing to soothe every minor discomfort. You hear the frustrated cry when the block tower falls. You are already moving. That instinct is not wrong. But if it fires every single time, before he has had 3 seconds to try, you are taking something from him. The longitudinal finding here is about what overprotection costs. Children whose mothers stepped in constantly showed significantly poorer emotion regulation by age 2 or 3. The skill of calming yourself is built by having small, manageable moments of distress and surviving them. You cannot give him that experience if you absorb every discomfort the instant it appears. The swap: count to 5, silently, then assess. Most of the time, he will have already moved on without you. Third, voicing your own worry out loud. I just hope she's okay without me. What if he has trouble making friends? You say it to your partner, maybe within earshot, maybe directly to your child as you say goodbye. It feels honest. It feels connected. But the research is specific about this. The pathway from maternal anxiety to overprotection to child outcomes begins with the mother's own separation anxiety. Her experienced worry about leaving. When that worry is spoken aloud to or near the child, you are handing her your nervous system to hold. She does not have the capacity to hold it. The swap: save the worry for after drop-off. Say it to a friend, your partner, your phone notes, anywhere but within earshot of your child during the transition. Fourth, the long goodbye. You know the one? You say goodbye, you go back for one more hug, you check the window, you come back in to make sure she's really okay. It feels like love, and it is love, but it functions as a distress signal. Every return confirms to her brain that the situation warranted alarm. The research finding that matters here is the intervention implication built into the study, supporting mothers in tolerating normal separations, including brief daycare drop-offs, was specifically identified as the mechanism for interrupting the habit loop before it becomes established. The goodbye itself is a teachable moment. The swap: make it short, make it warm, make it the same every time. I love you, I'll be back after lunch, bye, and then you leave. The ritual is the reassurance, not the duration. Fifth, rescuing her from peer discomfort. Another child takes her toy. There's a standoff on the swings. You feel the pull to intervene, to smooth it, to narrate a solution before she's had 30 seconds to figure it out herself. The research chain ends here, at the child's ability to navigate peers. The children with overprotective mothers showed significantly worse socioemotional functioning by ages 2 to 3, and that included peer behavior. Social skills are built through friction, through low-stakes conflict, through the small humiliation of needing to figure something out with another small human who also doesn't know the rules yet. The swap, watch. Move closer if things escalate to physical harm. But give her the chance to try first. Most of the time, she will surprise you. Here is what is true and what I want you to hold on to. The fact that these habits come from love is not an excuse. It's the whole point. Your worry is the starting signal in this chain, and that means your awareness is the interrupt. You don't have to be a different mother. You just have to practice tolerating the discomfort a few seconds longer than you did yesterday. If this landed for you, subscribe. We're here every week with research like this. And tell me in the comments, which of these 5 habits is the hardest one for you to let go of?